On February 28, 2026, the United States and Israel launched a massive, coordinated assault on Iran, shattering the region's fragile peace. The U.S. called it Operation Epic Fury. Israel, the Roar of the Lion, both signaling a dramatic escalation beyond previous limited strikes. President Trump announced the offensive on social media, framing it as a necessary move to neutralize a growing threat. Israeli leaders described the operation as a preemptive strike to dismantle Iran's military and nuclear ambitions. This attack follows a tense year after a brief war in 2025, with proxy skirmishes and heated rhetoric setting the stage. The operation's timing during the Jewish holiday of Purim adds symbolic weight, while its scale aims to achieve in days what years of sanctions could not. Initial strikes targeted Iranian leadership and military infrastructure, marking a risky new phase with unpredictable consequences for the Middle East. The assault began before dawn, with explosions rocking at least 7 major Iranian cities. Tehran was hit hardest. Missiles struck government buildings, military compounds, and areas near the supreme leader's residence. Fires and chaos swept the city as civilians scrambled for safety, while the fate of many top officials remained unclear. Beyond Tehran, Isfahan's nuclear sites, Qom's religious centers, and key military hubs in Karaj, Kermanshah, Tabriz, and Elam were all targeted. The strikes aimed to cripple Iran's command structure, missile launchers, drone factories, and intelligence facilities. Simultaneously, a cyber attack plunged Iran into near-total internet blackout, cutting off communication and sowing confusion. Major state news agencies were silenced, creating an information vacuum. This digital siege was as crucial as the bombs, designed to paralyze Iran's response and prevent organized resistance. President Trump declared the operation's goal: destroy Iran's missile industry and navy, and encourage Iranians to overthrow their government. He offered immunity to Iranian soldiers who surrendered, seeking to fracture the regime's support. Prime Minister Netanyahu called the strikes a defensive necessity, linking them to Iran's support for groups like Hamas. Both leaders framed the campaign as a chance for Iranians to break free from tyranny. The objectives extend beyond Iran. Trump vowed to dismantle Iran's proxy network, including Hezbollah and the Houthis. Critics warn this maximalist approach leaves little room for negotiation, risking a prolonged, bloody conflict. The operation signals a push for regional transformation, but at the cost of immense instability. Iran responded within hours, launching missiles and drones at Israel and U.S. bases across the Gulf. Air raid sirens sent Israelis to shelters as Iron Dome and other defenses intercepted incoming threats. Explosions hit Bahrain, the UAE, and Qatar, drawing Gulf states, previously neutral, into the conflict. The U.S. Navy's base in Bahrain was reportedly struck, and the UAE closed its airspace after attacks near Abu Dhabi. Iran's swift retaliation showed its reach and resolve, vowing more to come. The conflict's rapid expansion has made de-escalation nearly impossible, threatening to engulf the entire region. Tehran's leadership, under siege, signaled readiness for a prolonged, all-out fight using missiles and proxies. The operation caught allies and adversaries off guard, sparking political turmoil in Washington and abroad. Key U.S. lawmakers weren't briefed, fueling partisan rifts, some decrying regime change, others praising decisive action. Arab and European allies felt betrayed by the lack of consultation, calling for restraint as Lebanon's PM warned of wider war. Israel and Iran closed their airspace. Israel declared a national emergency, and hospitals moved operations underground. The UAE's airspace closure stranded thousands, highlighting the conflict's global impact. The attack came just after promising U.S.-Iran nuclear talks, abruptly ending hopes for diplomacy. Critics argue the strike has destroyed any near-term chance for a negotiated solution, leaving military force as the only language. This war is the result of years of escalating tensions, failed negotiations, and proxy battles. The 2025 conflict weakened Iran's nuclear sites, but Tehran rebuilt and accelerated its missile programs. The White House claims Iran is close to developing missiles that could reach the U.S., though intelligence assessments dispute this. Critics say the war's true aim is regime change, not just countering an imminent threat. Iran still commands a vast missile arsenal and powerful proxies, raising fears of a multi-front regional war. Experts warn that miscalculation could ignite a conflict engulfing the Middle East and disrupting global energy supplies. The coming days will determine if this remains a contained campaign or spirals into a wider catastrophe. With maximalist goals on both sides, the world faces a crisis with no clear end in sight.